Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Who's ready for June? I know I am. So, I do want to mention a quick thank you guys for all you who have contacted me in reference to any of my services, whether it was private readings, candle magic, any of the services that I provide. Thank you guys very much. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, liking and sharing my videos. If you have not done that, I encourage you to do so that you may help me expand my channel and grow my channel as well. Thank you guys very much for the love and support. Um, Also, I do want to mention if you guys are interested in any of the services that I provide, definitely look at the description box below. So I did do heavy meditation and channeling for the month of June, which is why it's taking me a little bit longer to upload the videos. I know, we're right at the beginning of June, so this is awesome because it came out perfectly fine. So I'm gonna go with this reading's going to be for Capricorns for the month of June, 2017. So Capricorns for the month of June. When I was in trance with meditation, I definitely got some messages that came through very strongly. Let me just look at my notes. Give me 1 second. Okay, so for Capricorns, I was told the month of June, July, and August is going to be in a pivotal moment in you guys' life. Um, and the reason for that again has to do with planet alignments, but it also has to do with your sign, which is ruled by Saturn. So again, anything that has to do with abundance and financial stability, if you guys have been struggling for a while, you're going to see a definite increase in that. And you're going to feel throughout the month of June, July, and August the need to want to expand. Uh, when I heard expansion, I heard um, in the business front. So perhaps this has to do with maybe you guys are setting out or looking into owning your own business. Perhaps you already own your own business and you're trying to expand, or you're trying to take your product to another city, even another country. And all of this is it's definitely getting a green light to continue on pursuing your endeavors as far as business and in the business front. Because again, like I said, June, July, and August are definitely going to be a pivotal moments for you Capricorns. For those of you who are planning retirement, perhaps some of you guys will be retiring within these months. June, July, and August. Again, like I said, it's in a pivotal moment when it comes to finances. So, for those of you who have been struggling and having issues when it comes to finances, you will finally be able to find your niche or find a job that you enjoy doing. And again, having the possibilities of growing within the company. I'd heavily encourage you Capricorns to like I said, if you've been thinking or wanting to expand and actually start your own business, it's very, very favorable for you guys to do so for the past coming 3 months. So it'd be June, July, and August, because you definitely will see an increase as far as sales, anything that has to do with, making extra source of income. So that's definitely a good thing. Let me see what else. Okay, so I also heard warrior. So to me, it was represented as, a warrior. That was the image that came up, and I connected that with the word warrior. So to me, that's either you guys have been, and I know most Capricorns throughout their life, it's one of the signs that has it, I would say, the hardest, because you are ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is the father figure. So there is a lot of disruption when it comes to wanting to grow, wanting to expand. Basically, you guys don't have it easy compared to all the other zodiac signs. Again, because there is a need for discipline. Saturn is your ruling planet, and because it is your ruling planet, Saturn is basically the planet, the father planet of all planets. It's the one most strict. So, because it is your sun sign, what that means is in your life or throughout your life, you're going to have to find the discipline, The goals you're going to have to focus on achieving and climbing the ladder, whether it's again business front, whether it's love and romance, whether it's even with family. Capricorns tend to come into a type of dysfunctional type of energy when it comes to childhood and growing up. I'm not saying this has to do with all Capricorns, but more than likely about 80% of Capricorns do experience this sometime throughout their lifetime. And again, uh, the reason for that is because sun, the sun is, the your sun sign. So if it is your sun sign, what this means is that those are the lessons you need to learn to come into your own, that of a Capricorn, of an achiever, of a successful person. Financial stability is very, very important for you guys because you connect that with stability and the family home life. So, again, for those of you who have been having difficulties when it comes to work and finances, the more you or actually no, the moment you try to discipline yourself and to focus your mind and to make yourself uh, a list of goals to try to achieve. When you do that, what you do is you trigger something in your subconscious that kind of takes it up a notch. And what I mean by that is then life becomes much more easier because, again, throughout your life, the sun sign of Capricorn has to find that discipline that comes uh, once you get that discipline going. What comes from that is success and victory. So again, like I said, for those of you who are trying to expand, for those of you who are looking for relationships, June, July, and August are very, very good, positive months for you guys because it talks about partnerships, and partnerships can represent relationships. It can also represent partnership with businesses, with companies, etc. So um, let's see what else. So back to the warrior image that came to me in a vision. Again, I do want to mention that I feel that for some of you guys have been having difficult situations come up in your life, whether it's in the past 3 years or in the past 3 months. I feel that the beginning of the year was very great for you guys, and then something happened or something could have happened where it kind of threw you off a little bit. A lot of surprises, unexpected news, unexpected situations that came up. Um, and you kind of feel like you're in a battle, or you still feel like you're battling, whether it's trying to fight to get yourself up there up the ladder, or you're trying to fight basically to survive in the ocean that has to do with love and emotions, working through that. And again, if you feel like, or if you felt at some point that you felt like you were a warrior, you were just prepared to go to war because it's been a very difficult process for you guys. June, July, and August, again, like I said, you will start to see things fall into place. You will start to see things, even people that left your life, with the retrograde, that left your life, and or there was no communication with them, and for some reason, for one way or another, there was no endings. You know, that there is no closure. I feel that they're coming back for the month of June, July, and August. Again, like I said, for those of you that ended relationships, again, the warriors are symbolization of you have it within yourself to overcome obstacles, to set your mind to whatever it is you're wanting to attract, whether it's finances, whether it's in the love field, whatever it may be, family wise as well. For some of you Capricorns that have been struggling when it comes to health issues, a warrior to me is a person that is very exalted in their energy. So what I mean by that is you're ready to attack. So whatever issues you've been having connected to health issues, I feel that for the month of June, July, and August, you're going to feel regenerated. You're going to feel almost rejuvenated. You're going to feel like you're starting to see healing. You're starting to see more energy. You're starting to feel there's no more resistance, as far as energy wise. So again, many blessings are coming for you guys for the month of June, or starting for the month of June, I should say. So, okay, so I think that was one of Capricorn and Aquarius were the longest messages that I got. So let's move forward with your reading for the month of June 2017. Spirit, what are the messages? Messages for Capricorns for the month of June 2017. Spirit, what are the messages? What are the messages for Capricorns for the month of June 2017? June 2017. Spirit, what are the messages for Capricorns for the month of June 2017? Okay, so I will be pulling out 5 cards, and as I pull them out, I will tell you what each position represents, and then we'll get into the reading. Okay. Okay, so for your first card, it is your finances, with your finances and business front. The second card is your, wow. The second card is your communication, how you will be communicating with other people and how other people will be communicating with you throughout the month of June. Third card is your challenge for the month of June. And a fourth card is your emotions and love life. And finally, Spirit's a message for you. Now let's look at. Okay, so this is your general energy for the month of June. So again, the Four of Swords is definitely talking to me about being at a standstill, but it's not out of. It's not something that was. What's the word I'm looking for? Being at a standstill, but it's being at a standstill for the sole purpose of re-energizing yourself. So perhaps you were taking some time off work, perhaps you just been out of work, or perhaps you chose to get some vacation time. Again, like I said, to disconnect yourself from the world and try to recharge your batteries. The Four of Swords, as a general energy for the month of June, um, is definitely talking about trying the best you can not to overstress yourself. If you feel like you're doing too many things at once, try to organize yourself. Try the best you can to work on time management. The reason for that is, again, with the Four of Swords, this is encouraging us for some time for repose, some time for meditation, some time for basically disconnecting from the universe or the world, I should say. And it's a necessity. Again, back to the warrior and the healing. If some of you guys have been going through health issues and you've been put on, some bed rest, or they've been encouraging you not to work or some time off of work, whatever it may be, I feel that it's going to benefit you for the month of June because once this is passing, this energy is passing. It is a general energy, and as a general energy, that's the energy you're going into the month with. So, again, by the middle of the month, of course, energies can change, they shift, it's a vibration. So, this is, to me, it's a symbol of you're coming in to June with this type of energy, okay? Now, when it comes to your finances, you have the Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups is sorrow, feeling some type of sadness. Perhaps, again, like I said, some of you guys have been laid off. Perhaps some of you guys are just not happy where you're working anymore. You feel unfulfilled. You feel like you're not challenged enough. The Five of Cups can also represent an opportunity that was told was going to be given to you, and they kind of sweep it off your feet. They kind of give it to someone else, perhaps a position, perhaps a raise, whatever it may be. But the Five of Cups definitely encourages us to not look at, not to focus on, the spilled milk that was done. Look at the possibilities that you have, and in this deck is it's different, but the general or the normal tarot, one of the original ones, which would be the weight one. There is a feeling of loss, but also he's focusing on the cups that are spilled and not the two that are still upright. So to me, that's telling me that if you've been in a situation where, again, like you said, you feel like you were taken advantage of or they mistreated you, whatever it may be, with the Five of Cups, it's a good omen, in a sense, because it's telling you that even though you don't uh, even though you're going through this financial difficulty at the present time, perhaps ultimately there is blessings coming your way, whether or not you're conscious about them, whether or not you're aware of them. So, again, stop focusing on the negative and start focusing on the positive. Now, when it comes to your communications, how you will be communicating with other people and how they'll be communicating with you, you have the Five of Swords. I do want to mention you have two fives, okay? So fives to me are a representation of a struggle. So there's definitely a struggle, which is perfectly correlates with the message of the warrior. Again, like I said, I feel like you guys have been struggling, whether it's financially, whether it's sometimes struggle doesn't mean a negative. Sometimes you're just struggling to get to the top of the mountain. So even though it's a struggle of trying to achieve, it still comes off as a struggle because you're stressed, because you're overwhelmed, because you're working too much. So, again, with this Five of Swords, this is how you will be communicating with other people and how they will be communicating with you. And the Five of Swords talks about perhaps there was a recent argument, or perhaps you didn't see someone eye to eye. This can represent the person from your previous job or the job where you're in, that perhaps there was some type of misunderstanding. Perhaps they tried to, uh, you know, take advantage of a situation and you felt like they were trying to take advantage of you. I know Capricorns tend to be very prideful people. So, again, uh, there's still these two fives are definitely talking about a struggle, but it doesn't necessarily mean like a physical struggle. It could represent an inner struggle. Again, like I said, whether it's a negative or a positive. Negative being struggle, as in you're actually struggling to make meets end, or a struggle, metaphorically speaking, about struggling to get to the top of the mountain, like I said. So this is a general reading, so it can, fall in different sides of the spectrum. Now, right at the center of the reading, you have the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles, in your challenge for the month of June, the challenge here with the Eight of Pentacles is, again, if you guys are trying to achieve, or you're wanting to start your own business, or you're wanting to get a higher position, what is it that you're doing to make that happen? Are you actually just saying that's what you want? Because just saying it is not going to make it happen. You actually have to put forth the effort and the action to make it happen. So, again, the eight reminds me a lot about like putting your nose to the grindstone and just getting at it and working on it. So, again, this is coming up as a challenge. So perhaps the challenge here is discipline, because I definitely heard that in the meditation. So, again, discipline is going to be very important for you guys for the month of June. And I feel that June, like I said, June, July, and August, it's going to be very pivotal moments for you Capricorns. So I would definitely encourage you, if you're wanting to see results, put your nose to the grindstone from now all the way to August. And I guarantee you, you guys will definitely be seeing results, very, very quick results, if not within the month of July all the way to August. Okay. Now, moving along with your romance and relationships, you have what is this? The Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles, when it comes to love and romance. So, for some of you guys that are single or currently single, perhaps you're moving on from a water sign to an earth sign. Because you did start off the month with the Five of Cups. So, this could be a representation, the energy of a water sign. So, it would be a Capricorn, sorry, a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. And I feel that there was an argument or some type of battle, whether it was a struggle to decide to move away from this relationship and move forward to just being single, or taking some time away, or perhaps you guys have been single for some of you guys. Maybe you guys been single for quite a while, 5 months up to 5 years. And again, you've been working with this Eight of Pentacles. This talks about, with this Four of Swords, as a general energy, this speaks about being in solitude, not wanting to be surrounded by people, perhaps healing, wanting to heal from a previous relationship. And this Eight of Pentacles is working, but it can be also a representation of working with yourself, working on yourself, before moving forward to being ready to jump into another relationship. So this Page of Pentacles speaks about messages coming forth. This could be a representation of another earth sign, so it would be a Virgo, Capricorn like yourself, or a Taurus. And this is a this is a young energy. So for some of you guys that are over the age of 35, perhaps this is a person that is much younger than you. So it'd be a person that is within from 24 all the way to 30, early 30s. And again, like I said, it is a general reading, so I could represent older people as well. And this being a representation of there is one in the relationship or in that connection that is younger than the other. Doesn't necessarily have to be like a physically older. It can represent like a little bit more immature than yourself, or you being a little bit more immature than the person you're dating or pursuing. And again, like I said, it could be a representation of an earth sign like yourself. Now, the page also speaks about communication, and communication that is very direct, not as aggressive as like the page of swords would be, but it is a message coming through, and they're very direct, almost not that sensible or that sensitive. So perhaps if you're interested in a person that you've been interested in for a while, perhaps this person doesn't necessarily show signs that they're interested. Doesn't mean they're not. It just means that a lot of the times they're very practical in their way of thinking. So they approach anything that has to do with relationships at a very, very, very slow pace. So again, doesn't necessarily mean that they're not interested. Just give them time to warm up and come around. Of course, as any earth sign, once they see that there's a connection, once they see that you guys have things in common, they will put forth the effort if they see or feel that you're putting the effort as well. So finally, with higher spirits message, you have the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is balance. So Capricorns, I feel that for the month of June, it's going to be very, very important, if not the most important, for you guys with this Four of Swords, for you guys to get enough sleep, take care of yourselves, meditate, exercise. Um, Also, very important for you guys to set goals and put your nose to the grindstone. Like I said, get at it, and you will definitely see the benefit of that throughout the end of the month of June. And again, everything has to do with balance. So it's either balancing your energies, balancing your body hormones, whatever this may be. For you women out there that are Capricorns and you feel that perhaps you guys have been dealing in the past with some type of depression, I feel that it has a lot to do with your hormones as well. So I would definitely encourage you guys to get checked out when it comes to that, because again, the Two of Pentacles to me, in even if it, regardless if it's in a general reading or not, depending on the cards that follow, is definitely talking about balance. But the earth is, sorry, the pentacles is an earth energy. So this is talking about, to me, in an earthly plane, which is here in the physical. And there is no higher physical than that of our bodies, right? That of matter. So like I said, if you guys having some type of issues when it comes to depression and dealing with the loss, whether it was the loss of a relationship, whether it was the loss of a job, whatever it may be. Again, I do encourage you to just make sure to take care of yourself, meditate, ground yourself, surround yourself with anything that has to do with earth nature. So it'd be mountains, it would be parks, it would basically anywhere. But my suggestion would be towards that of, where you're out in nature, so that you can come and, like I said, ground yourself to re energize your body, your mind, and your spirit. Okay? So I hope this resonated with you guys. Let me know in the description box below. Uh, Feel free to comment, share, like my videos, and definitely subscribe to my channel. For those of you interested in private readings, look at the description box below and you'll find my information there. Thank you. Bye.